Hi everyone, I hope you're all having an amazing day. Today we're going to be going over the ultimate guide on makeup for mature skin. So I actually got a request about this, and so I'm just going to be going over everything you need to know and a little more, and I'm also going to be going over skincare because that's super important in general but also as we age. And so this is just going to be a guide for you, and I hope it's helpful, and if you have any questions, comment down below and I will answer them for you. But let's get into it. The first thing that I want you to pay attention to is your skin care. Now, this is so important, but especially as we age, our skin is going to stop producing those natural oils that it did when we were younger. And so it's really important to incorporate hydrating, moisturizing ingredients into your skincare routine. That's both body care and also facial care. So when you're looking for a cleanser, make sure that it's, not scented, and make sure that it's for sensitive skin. So this is really important because as you age, your skin is also going to be a little bit more sensitive to things. And so it's important to make sure that it does not have any harsh chemicals and it's not heavily scented, which can lead to irritation. Instead, I want you to go for hydrating and gentle cleanser. So one that's super good, and what I've been using too, is the Thayer's Snow Mushroom. I believe that's what it's called, facial cleanser. I have eczema like around my hands, my chest, etc. And so I know how annoying it can be to have dry skin. And so make sure that you're just using stuff that's really, healthy and natural so that you're not, causing any irritation that can be avoided. What we're gonna do is we're gonna go over the best cleanser formulas for mature skin. So this is really useful to know, and just write it down, if you want to remember it, because it is useful to know these things. Number 1, cream cleanser. So this is an ideal option for those with mature skin because it's both gentle and has plenty of hydration. So some of the ingredients that you may find in a cream cleanser are glycerin, hyaluronic acid, and ceramides. And this is going to help to comfort and hydrate your skin. So yeah, the first one is cream cleanser. The second one is oil cleansers. So for those of you that wear a lot of makeup, this is really perfect for you because oil cleansers are excellent at removing makeup without irritating your skin. So your skin isn't going to feel tight or dry or uncomfortable after, because that has actually happened to me multiple times using certain cleansers. So it's really important that it does not leave you with a tight, dry, finish that makes you just really uncomfortable. It's never fun. And in the end, you're going to be left with hydrating, soft skin. So what I recommend also if you wear a lot of makeup is double cleanse. So this is basically just using an oil cleanser to gently break down that makeup. It's not going to be harsh for your skin. After, follow with a water-based cleanser. And this is just the second thing that you're doing to go in and remove any of that extra makeup, etc., just to get your skin really happy and clean. Third formula that you can use are milk cleansers. So this is a great option if you want incredibly like a gentle formula. So it's both gentle and hydrating, which is really great. And lactic acid is a common ingredient that is actually found in milk cleansers, which helps to exfoliate the skin as well as improve tone and texture over time. So if you're consistently using this, you may find that your skin tone evens out a little bit, and yeah, it's just a really great formula to use if you have sensitive skin. Again, that is a milk cleanser. Or micellar water. Now this is kind of like double cleansing in my head, and I'll link my blog post down below if you want to learn about this. But this has a water base, so which means it's going to basically just remove your makeup at a really great level. But I would say if you have skin that gets irritated easily, I wouldn't recommend it because I actually used it about 2 years ago. It's okay, but it really depends on the brand that you're purchasing. A lot of people tend to purchase the Garnier one, and that's the one I used to use, and it kind of left my skin feeling, tight and dry after a few months of consistent use. And so I'd recommend to just really research the brand that you're going to use. Wait, number 2, I want you to moisturize. So when it comes to mature skin, it's no secret that it's crucial to have hydrated skin. So after washing your face, follow with a really thick hydrating moisturizer. And one way you can do this is actually just use a night moisturizer. These are typically going to be like literally packed with tons of hydrating, moisturizing ingredients that are going to help your skin. So use a night cream actually twice a day, and you may find that this works better because of that thicker consistency in a formula as well as the added ingredients. That's like a little tip right there. Yeah, definitely that's a good thing to know. If you're not using moisturizer right now, you're going to see a huge difference in how your makeup looks and how your skin feels as the day goes on. It's really important to incorporate a moisturizer. Remember that. 3, best primer for mature skin. So to create a smooth, long-lasting base, primer is a great option to look into if you're not using it already, and you can actually purchase one that is specifically made for mature skin. So there's tons, literally probably hundreds and thousands of primers out there, and if you search on Google best primer for mature skin, you're going to see tons of ones pop up. But again, I want you to make sure that it's unscented and good for sensitive skin, just so that you're not gonna, risk irritating your skin. And often these primers will actually include ingredients that will help to blur fine lines and wrinkles. The ingredients that you can look for are aloe vera, hyaluronic acid, or glycerin. So these ingredients will specifically help to plump and nourish your skin. Now, think of the primer as an extra layer of hydration. That's what I like to think of, primer as. It's just an extra layer, an extra boost to help your makeup look good and help your skin feel comfortable. And the finish of the primer should always be dewy. Remember that it should be dewy with a lightweight feel. So this is important so that you're not weighing down your skin, because chances are you probably have dry skin. So you want something that's light with hydrating ingredients that's gonna leave you with a dewy finish so that you're not having makeup that's pilling or patching or clumping, etc. But we've gone over all the skin prep and primer. We're gonna go over makeup for mature skin. So number one, correct mature skin makeup type. So everyone can agree, when we say, I don't like patchy makeup, I bet you don't like patchy makeup. To avoid this, you want to prioritize cream and liquid makeup products. Now this is super important because if you think of it, powder is there to take away oils. It's going to suck in that oil. But because you have dry skin, it's important to use something that's hydrating and that's not going to suck in that oil, because if you're taking that out, it's going to leave your makeup looking patchy, flaky, it's not going to be fun, etc. So you want to make sure that you're prioritizing those cream and liquid makeup products, and this way you're going to end up with a dewy and comfortable finish. For a natural look, you really want to prioritize like a good dewy base. So what I mean by this is use a hydrating foundation and a hydrating concealer with both dewy finishes. And if you like that matte look, that's okay. You can go over it with some pressed powder after, but just make sure that a majority of what you're using is both cream and liquid makeup products. And for affordable cream and liquid makeup products, I love e.l.f. Cosmetics. I'll never go over talking about them. I just love them so much. And so a lot of my face right now is e.l.f. too. And so I will link their website down below, and you could look on there. And a lot of their makeup, if you just go to the cream and liquid makeup section, you'll see all the affordable things. And a lot of their makeup is under $10 as well. Number 2, correct foundation for mature skin. So this is actually what I kind of just mentioned, but use a hydrating foundation with a dewy finish, and a liquid foundation is gonna be your best bet. So if you're using a powder foundation right now or something like that, it's gonna kind of make your skin look a little bit dull. It's not gonna look as good as it can look. And so use a foundation that's really lightweight with a dewy feel, and avoid foundations that have a weighty feel and a very matte finish. It's important, if you see the word matte, just avoid it, because that's what's gonna give you a very dry, uncomfortable finish that you want to avoid. And once you implement this dewy, lightweight foundation, you're gonna see that your makeup looks so good and that your skin is gonna feel really good as well. So definitely remember that. The foundation and the concealer are super important. 3, eye makeup for mature skin. So to achieve depth, apply a lighter shade of eyeshadow on your lid, because as we age, our eyes may become droopy and hooded. And so maybe you want to add some depth to your eyes or do a little bit more of a dramatic look. You can add a lighter shade of eyeshadow on your lid and apply a darker shade of eyeshadow at the end of your lid. So right around here, and blend until it looks complete. But yeah, if you do this, this is just gonna open up your eye a little bit more if you want that look. For eyeshadow formula, so this is something that is super interesting to me. And sometimes those with mature skin struggle with powder eyeshadow. So if you're trying to apply it and it's just it's not working well, what you can do is use cream eyeshadow. So this is eyeshadow that's specifically made for dry skin, and it's super interesting, and I love the way that it works. I actually have cream eyeshadow in my drawer here, but it's basically just a stick. And if you're someone that just wants something that's gonna be easy, but it's gonna look good and not a hassle to apply with no fallout, use cream eyeshadows. These often come in like a little stick, and you just twist them up. I wonder if I can find mine now. Hey, okay, so this is the one I like to use, e.l.f. Cosmetics. This is the No Budge Cream Eyeshadow in shade Champagne Crystal. Now you see here, it comes in a stick form, and these are super pigmented, and this one, it's so good. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, this is my little test hand. You see, you just kind of draw, and there's no fallout. You're gonna let it dry for about a minute before you apply other shades if that's what you wanna do. And it's just gonna quickly add some, you know, shine and glisten to your eyes, but it's not gonna fall off as the day goes on, and it's not gonna clump up with your other makeup, especially if you're struggling with that right now. This is definitely something. I'll apply a little right here actually to show you. Look at that, do you see that? It's so beautiful. Again, this is the e.l.f. Cosmetics No Budge Cream Eyeshadow. And it's just great if you want to add it to your inner corners or just on the entire lid. It works really well. And they have multiple shades. And so, yeah, I'll link this down below as well if you are interested in getting this. This is super good. 5, I believe, mascara for mature skin. So, to give your eyes a little pop, make sure to curl your lashes after, and then apply a volumizing mascara just to give you a little bit of a pop. And so using a volumizing mascara is gonna help to give you that extra, like it's just gonna make your lashes look a little bit more fuller and volumized as well. Number 6, define your brows for mature skin. So this is a great way to achieve that defined look with either a brow pencil or powder. Fill in sparse areas and just comb them through as you go along, like as you're filling in that shape. And you can either draw a shape or fill it in. It's really up to you and what your preferences are. I recommend playing around with both though, just so that you can see what you like and if you like the way that it looks, and then like ultimately just choose one that you really love. Next, powder. So this is super important. Don't apply too much setting powder. So you know how I mentioned that before, if you're using a really dewy and hydrating foundation, don't use too much powder because it's actually gonna counteract and it's not gonna look good. So remember to keep the powder light and to just gently sweep it over any areas where you want to avoid any oil from coming through as the day goes on. Just remember though that if you apply too much, mature skin and powder can clash and lead to patchy, splotchy makeup that's difficult to blend. I think we're on number 7 now, but I don't really know. I kind of forgot because it's all on a list here, and so I don't remember which one we like jumped off on. But the next one is lip liner and mature skin. So as we get older, our lips may appear drier and thinner. So what you can do is apply some chapstick, and then after you've done that, let it sit as you go through your makeup routine. And then to achieve full plump lips, use a lip liner. And I will link my blog post down below to on how to apply lip liner if you have not used it. So I'll link that down below in the description. Use a glossy lipstick. So if you love lipstick, but you find that it's kind of, it kind of settles into the lines of your lips, because I know that a lot of people struggle with that, I've seen online. Use a glossy lipstick. So the Revlon Glass Shine is kind of an in-between of a lipstick and a lip gloss, which is really cool, and it has really hydrating ingredients, and after about 30 minutes it dries down into a matte, which is really cool. And so you can use that, and that's going to kind of counteract with that finish that you typically get from a lipstick. Number 8, setting mist for mature skin, and this is the last one, the last piece of advice that I have for you, but implement a dewy setting mist. So using one as you go through your routine is gonna allow the makeup to loosen up a little bit. And if you find that your skin is super duper dry, all you need to do is use some setting mist, a dewy one, spray it all over your face, and then move on to your next step. And especially if you're prioritizing those cream and liquid makeup products, you're gonna find that it's a way easier to blend, it's gonna look a lot better, and your skin, which is the most important, is gonna feel the most comfortable. And so just make sure that you're using a dewy setting mist. The one that I really love is the e.l.f. Cosmetics Dewy Coconut Setting Mist, long lasting. That's really good, and it actually smells like coconuts, and it's cooling when you apply it, which is really nice, especially during the warmer months. The ultimate guide on makeup for mature skin. I hope you found this helpful, and be sure to subscribe to the Beginner's Guide to Makeup to keep up with the latest on makeup for beginners. And again, if you have any questions, feel free to comment and I will answer down below and help you. No question is dumb or stupid, I will help you. But yeah, thank you for watching and have an amazing day or night, everyone. Bye.